Maybe it's working on it. Are we live? I think we are. Hello, everybody. It's so nice to see you. And happy Thursday, or whenever you're watching this on replay, I welcome you. I am Lisa Arden, coming to you from the Stamping Zoo with an 80-degree day. It's March 19th. It's crazy town. Okay? But that's all right. We'll take it. I have the air conditioning going. And so we are cool with the Cutest crew tonight. This is back in stock as a bundle, so you can save your 10% when you purchase it. And I'm so glad to be here with you tonight. We're going to take it nice and easy because I've already had a heck of a week. And it's only Thursday, but you know what? It is Thursday, and I wasn't going to miss coming live with you, especially since I missed you all on Sunday. So welcome, welcome, and when you come in, please say hello to me so I know I am not just sitting out here. Whoops, I can see some sort of lint on me. You know, it's cutting paper, of course. Well, hello, Debbie. Welcome, and I'm so glad to have you here. Hey, Deborah. I was just going to say, I thought you were at a crop. I saw you had posted you were at some sort of a crop. How nice. That sounds really fun. I think it was called the mom crop or something. And so wherever you are, I hope you have a really nice time. Fun. And Debbie is in Michigan. We've got, oh, it's a fat rat, a squirrel out there. It was so fat and fluffy, I thought it was a cat. Oh, God. Hello, Sherry. Very nice to see you. How are you guys? Oh, I feel like I've had a lot going on, which I have had a lot going on. I knew that. Very busy at my day job, and that's nothing new. That's just the time of year for that. Oh, Jenny woke up just in time. I feel so special. You woke up, well, maybe you just happened to wake up. Did you set an alarm? Well, in any case, if you are new here, as I said, I am Lisa Harden, coming to you live from the Stamping Zoo in a beautiful Boise, Idaho. We are having unseasonably warm temps, as are some of you in the United States. And so, hey, I'm not proud. I turned that air conditioner on. So, um, sleep is of the essence here. And I don't sleep when it's 75 degrees, okay? I wouldn't have made a very good pilgrim or a caveman, nothing. I think I was born at the right time. I wouldn't have lasted long. Okay? And so, and then I hear, yep, sure enough, my neighbor across the street, he is mowing. Okay? It's crazy. It's like we're in California, but we're not. From Boise, Idaho. So, yes, how have you been doing? So let's see here. Sunday, I worked for about 8 hours in this house. Seriously. Just everything needed to be cleaned, refreshed, laundry, groceries. You know, it was a maintenance day. It was literally a maintenance day. And then by about 4 o'clock, I thought, oh, I'll be done by noon. Yeah. Okay, so by 4 o'clock, my body was way worn out. And I kind of just like fell on the bed. Did I do much after that? I mean, I got up and fed the dogs. But anyway, it's just been go, go, go since then. So very nice. Yeah, Debbie says, it's beautiful there, but not ready for AC. I know I'm not either. It's not even, well, I mean, I don't like paying for it, but it's not even that. It's just like, I just like natural air. And we just don't get a very large period of time to just have natural air here. Okay. So, I mean, it's what do we complain about? We complain about the weather, right? Just so you know, a lot of the dies that we expected to be in next week have come in. Okay. There are still a few things that are waiting to come back into inventory, but I think there were about 10 die sets that were unavailable the last time we chatted and stamped together. And now I believe there were only like 3. So, and most of them, it looked like Gears and Textures. I think I saw that one, and a couple that weren't brand new. So I do know that Cutest Crew is back in, and so you can now purchase that. Oh, you can't see it. That's ridiculous, Lisa. There we go. I'm going to try and talk you into it tonight, okay? So I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. One of the things that means is that I sell all the products I'm going to be using with you tonight. I'm going to show you a few ideas with how to use them so that when you purchase them for yourself, you can just hit the ground running and make some cards for friends and family. And sending the cards is just as fun as making the cards. Well, almost as much fun. But trust me, to the people you send it to, they're very special. And yeah, so don't forget that part. That's a very important part of making the cards. Okay. Hello, Anna. Yes. Well, I think I need more sleep or a shot of B12. I'm thinking I need some B12. I'm going to try both this weekend. How about that? And also, if you are waiting for Zoobilee, you know, I try to get them out by the 20th. They are going to go out the 21st. I'm so sorry. I've tried really hard, but they're going to go out on Saturday, and then your videos will be loaded Saturday and Sunday. So hopefully early next week, you guys will be getting your kits and be ready to go with that. And what is it? Oh, it's either filled with sweetness or homemade sweetness. It's that whole berries and strawberries, and I love it. It's so fun. In fact, why don't I point you down here? So on Tuesday night, I had my very fun team meeting, and we used that suite of products as well. And so let me bring those cards. I think they're sitting right here because like that's how much time I've had. Now let's see. A couple of those are Zoobilee. I like to share those, but I like to share those after the people in Zoobilee have seen them because, you know, I like to give it to them first. Hello, Trish. Saw Trish on Tuesday. Okay, so here's one. I think it ended up really good. It's a little jar of honey, right? And we have beautiful berries and dots with this sweet, but, oh, let me pull this up. Sorry. Put it clear across the desk. But we still have the tiny bee trinkets. And so this makes a really cool little jar of honey, especially for my beekeepers, Carla and Rick. I did not want to leave them out. And all these things are from the same suite. So, and then this guy, again, that checkerboard ribbon is so fun. And I do believe all these products are in. I wouldn't think any of these were sold out. I know for sure that the embellishments are in. I just happened to see those about a half hour ago. And so if you've been thinking about this one, like, don't think about it anymore. It's such a good value. And you can always purchase. It's too late to get the products for Zoobilee, but you can always purchase the PDF from me, and it's $15 for my monthly class of 5 cards on one project. So please think about that. I have no links in this video right now. We're going to go easy peasy. Like, I'm not giving you any updates. We are literally just stamping and chatting. And so we'll just see how it goes, right? I'll add links to my events later this weekend in this video. But if you're here, you're just here because it's like a secret club because you knew that I was going to come live. I didn't even get time to put it on in advance, right? So if you know, you know. All right, everyone. But along those same lines, I should say, if you know, you know, please help a sister out and share this video back over on your social media sites. And we're going to play a little game. If you tag someone in the comments, that means if you put their name and link them in the comments of this video, so then they will see it and come over. And not each other, okay? A new friend who hasn't been to the zoo before. So if you link that, then I will send both of you a card. And it'll be, you know, a newer card with current product. And all you'll have to do is private message me your mailing address, and I won't use it for anything else. I'll just send the card, okay? So the rules are, you tag a friend in the comments of this video. That's different than copying. Oh, copying the link. That's good too, but you just put their name right in the comments of this video, and then it should come up in blue, and that means that they will be able to see it. And then after that, both of you just private message me your mailing address, unless you're sure I have it already. And then you will both receive a card. How about that? I was thinking about it because I just mentioned, right, we need to make the cards and then send the cards out. And I have, let's see, can you see that box here? It's stuffed full of cards. All right, it's stuffed full of Happy Mail, and I want to mail it out. Okay, I can't do it all in 1 week because it'd probably be about $5,000 to send. But this is how we're going to start mailing it out. Okay, so tag a friend in these comments, and then you and the friend will get the card as long as you private message me your address. Okay, that's the game. Everybody wins. All right. Okay, I just started really easy with some pieces and parts that just came to mind. We'll see if these cards, how these cards work out. We know they'll work out. I just don't have a card in mind. I just had some different colors in mind. So I did use the cat and the dog. The cat card I already sent to Jeanne because that night we were playing about who was a cat person. Definitely a cat person. And a few of you commented, and Jeanne was one of the people that said, I'm definitely a cat person. So she got the card. And so there, Lori's playing along. She's got Melanie and Courtney Hildebrand. And so let's see if we can get them to come on over. And so Lori, I already have your, you know, I have your mailing address. So I'm going to send you a special card. And so, well, I don't need to write that down now. I'll do that later. But trust me, I'll send you a card no later than Monday. Okay? All right. So just follow what Lori does. That's the game. So for this card, I have a basic white thick card base. And then I grabbed a piece of gold, 4 by 5 1/4. And I cut a square out of the middle with stylish shapes. And then we are going to hide that die cut, right? Just by doing this. You don't know if Lee is awake. Whoa, if you want to tag somebody that might not be awake, that's okay. Just tag them. They'll see it when they wake up. And then you'll get your card. Okay? Please help me. Remember what I said? Remember I said this box? Stuffed full. Okay? Stuffed. Okay, so here's what the base is going to look like and where I got this paper. This paper is very overwhelming to me, but chopped down into a manageable piece, I really like it. And it's this piece of 12 by 12 paper. Remember this piece of paper? And it's from Splash of Sparkles designer paper pack. It's got iridescent foiling on it and gold too. Yeah, well, it's like sharing, Marcia, except you just, in a comment, like instead of saying hi to me like you just did, you literally just type their name into the comment box of this video, and then they will see that you tagged them. It's called tagging them. And yeah, that's what you do. Okay, so anyway, this piece, overwhelming, would be fun for a scrapbook, right? But that's for another day. This is fine too, but I like this. And I was thinking about the birds for this mix. What I started thinking about was actually this side of the paper, but those are the colors that I want to make the birds. And I love it when the colors are complementary, so opposite the color wheel, and they really pop out. And so that's what we're going to do. Okay, there's another one. Karen, Sherry's friend Karen. Sherry's getting a card in the mail. Yay. Okay, so anyway, I grabbed the blues and then I'm going to have the yellows and the oranges pop off of this thing, right? And then here are the birds. The birds are so cute. Who has birds? Does anybody like keep birds? That's not my thing. Okay, but for a couple reasons, I don't need to do that. But maybe as I get older or get towards retirement or something and think about different things I might like to explore, I started watching a couple of Facebook pages. One's called Idaho Birding. And it's amazing the amount of birds and how gorgeous they are. And like I didn't know we had cedar waxwings here. That's a very showy type of bird, I think. And I want to see a cedar waxwing. And if I would just go downtown to the park, there's cedar waxwings there. Catherine Albertson Park, if you guys are wondering, if you're local. Look at that. Now we have Sue Sorrell, Chelsea Bouvia. This will be fun. And we meet new people, right? And okay, so Alicia says, as much as she is a dog person, the birds are the cutest part of the set. Yeah, they're my second fave. And no disrespect to the cats. Okay, you know, I like cats. They make me sick. So there's that little, you know, like I want to like them, but they give me a migraine. And also, I'll be honest, their personalities sometimes suck. Did I say that? Sometimes, you know, they just don't want to be your friend and they don't want to try to get to know you either. And I think that's what people like my mom love about cats. But it's what I don't care for about cats is sometimes they're just kind of like, how about, oh, and then this is the worst part. Like, how about if I act like I want to be your friend and then I scratch you? How about that? And so anyway, I guess I like that dogs just want to fawn all over you and are dying to be your friend. I don't know. But anyway, like there's a Maggie Berry, Marsha Long. Here we go. This is going to be so fun. You guys, this is going to be, oh, it's a good thing that I bought $100 worth of stamps the other day. I got news for you. That's not that big of a deal. But I did. So I think it was like $99 and something. So yes, they have catitude. All the things that you read about cats, I think, are true, right? Okay, my aunt used to have this black cat. Well, it's kind of my uncle's cat, but it was named Missy, and you did not mess around with Missy. And if she came near me even, I would almost have a heart attack. You know, like, oh my God, here she comes. And anyway, yeah, she wasn't having it, which I kind of get it now as an adult. I'm like, yeah, I can see why cats don't want to be around kids because kids are usually louder than adults. They're erratic. You know, they're running around, jumping, all that stuff that there's no way I could do anymore. I'm not going to be scaring any cats. I got news for you. They won't be a bit scared. Oops. Come on now, get in there. We used the craft white at the team meeting, and let me just brag a little bit. It didn't get all over everything, okay? My people are skilled crafters, and so that was really nice. Okay, let's see. The lines on this are just kind of medium. Ooh, I think since I'm using gold, I want to use the early espresso. I will use black probably on the next card because it's going to be brights. Hello, Kathy. Ooh, Corinne says she just ordered 4 sets today that were back in stock. 4 bundles. There you go. Corinne's got it going on. She knows what to do. All right, so oh my gosh, they're so cute. These are going to go up on, here, let me stamp 2 because I haven't even stamped these before. And if the first ones turn out uggo, I need to have a backup. There we go. All right, so who has played with Cutest Critters? Cutest Crew. Does anybody have this, or did it go out? Did the dies go out of inventory before you got your mitts on it? I don't know. Well, Jenny asked, what do I think about the new black? So we are going to have a hybrid black ink pad, if you don't know that already. And it is going to be good for both water-based and alcohol-based. So we don't have to worry about whether to use StazOn or Memento. I think that sounds fantastic, right? I think it sounds fantastic. Now, I read in our updates that it does not work on non-porous surfaces. So it probably won't work on vellum and it won't work on acetate, or it says it won't. So I would, if you like that kind of technique, I would definitely keep your StazOn around. And if you want to purchase the StazOn and the Memento, what Stampin' Up! Has in stock right now is what they're going to sell. So if it's not available, then it's not going to be available. Okay. So there might be a little bit of slack time between when we have the new ones and when we have the new ink pad and when we get rid of those old ones. But just keep that in mind. But I think it sounds fantastic because whatever makes it easier for customers and Lisa's is great, right? Okay, let's do some Timid Tiger. I don't know which yellows. Of course, I'm grabbing everything, right? And then also yellow, orange. Do we want some red too? Should we go way wild with this? What did they use in this paper? I love these legends. It can help us get started. They used lemon lime or lemon lolly and Daffodil Delight. Okay, that's what I thought. They used Timid Tiger. Okay, look at me. And I don't think a pink. I think I want one more color because we have one more bird, right? I think we'll try. I want like a lighter red. Melon Mambo is pretty dark. How about, decisions. You guys can help me. They said, yes, Corinne says they said it would stain the stamps. I'm okay with that. I am totally okay with that. And what she's talking about is this. See this jam jar? It's stained because I used StazOn on some acetate, a window sheet. And anyway, you can clean that off with a StazOn cleaner that we sell. Lots of times what I'll do is I'll wait until I'm really finished using this a lot, and then I'll clean it off. But even if you don't, it doesn't transfer. And you can still see through it and stuff. So it's just getting used to that. I'm okay with it. Are you okay with it, Corinne? Or do you want them to stay crystal clear? Sweet sorbet. I know. I think so. I think you're right. Well, strawberry slush. Is that what you're thinking, Kathy? Because we don't have sweet sorbet anymore. But wouldn't you know, that's what I call strawberry slush so much. Oh, it's over here. We used it on Tuesday night. Okay, that's what was throwing me for a loop. There, very pretty. Very pretty. Okay, let's give it a try. Jenny says she can't wait to use the new ink pads. I'm assuming you're talking about like the new, well, they're going to be in the new in colors. I can't either. I think they're going to be beautiful. Now this is the dark lemon lolly. And then let me go into the light daffodil delight. Oh, how about this guy? And I'm just going to make this set single colored, but ombre, okay? And then we'll make the birds up above different colors. Each bird will be different colors. How about that? And then we'll get to choose which one we like. Yeah, the magnetic ones. I think that's going to be great. And I wasn't on stage, but the people that were seem to really think they are fantastic. So I like it. I like the sounds of it. Okay, I don't know why I did that one's eye in red. It's kind of not very nice. But let's see. I wanted more ombre effect. Let me come back in and color the wing entirely. There we go. And then I'm going to have to use the Timid Tiger on the beaks, don't you think? Or maybe they should all have different colored beaks. No, let's just stick with that. My goodness, the agony I'm putting myself through about this coloring. I can't believe it. I've obviously not done cards in 2 days. You know, it's odd for me when I don't. It's very odd. Feels like something's missing from the day. Okay, so you want to come in here and dot the color onto the beaks. Don't pull, okay? Just dot it, because then it will like blend together. See how it did that? And then you can get into that little point because it's quite a small area. Okay, and then let's see. We did dark on that one's beak, so I definitely want at least the head to be light. This looks like a rectangle almost. They're so funny how they are drawn. I really like. Oh my gosh, is this? Yeah, it is. It's light. It was going on so dark. When we get that one new color, is it Crisp Cantaloupe? I think that we've had that color before, but I do believe it's going to go nicely with Timid Tiger. It will probably be like maybe between Timid Tiger and what's my other one? Peach Pie. So maybe it'll kind of be a replacement for Peach Pie. And then we have the grass. What color is that? That is probably Lost Lagoon. Let's check it out. No, it's not. It could be Shaded Spruce. Could be Shaded Spruce. Shaded Spruce is so dark though. Let me try. With shade. Now if we had Perfectly Pine or whatever that new color is, then that would work too. You hope nobody with a pacemaker has issues. Yeah, is that, I know that there's something, that must be it. I wasn't sure of what it was that I remember where it says like, you see signs in restaurants sometimes. And is it because of pacemakers? They can't be around magnets? Certainly they've like tried that, right? I would think people have already tried it. Like because these were the close to my heart version of markers or of ink pens, so I'm assuming they've tested them if they went out to the general market. But I don't know that. And I don't have a pacemaker. So I guess that's good. Oh, here's Madison's weighing in. Nurse Madison says you would have to place the magnet right over the pacemaker. Oh, interesting. Okay. Thank you, Madison. I'm feeling really bad about Madison because Madison's on my team, right? And we love Madison. But we ask Madison a lot of medical questions when she comes because it just comes up. She's a nurse. She's an acting nurse. Trish is a retired nurse. And so it's kind of like, no, I really do like you and value your friendship. But can I ask you about this thing going on with me? Anyway, so I've got to get through at least one night without mentioning some sort of illness to Madison. Okay, now let's do this one with these. Just be goofy with it, okay? And then I use light Lemon Lolly, light Timid Tiger. Okay, and then we'll come in with, and I'm making it calico looking, right, on purpose, just to see what it would look like. And then let's do light Strawberry Slush. Ooh, it's not bad. It looks like the paper. Look how cute it is. It looks like, you know, I mean, it's like bodacious, like the paper. Okay, well, we'll cut both of them out and then we'll give it a try. You can decide if we're going to be kooky or normal. Okay, and so, yeah. Oh, look, Trish was just coming in too. Yeah, this is, what is that? Teledoc? Yes. Welcome to the Stamping Zoo / Teledoc. Okay, so now let's put the colors slightly different order. Let's start with Timid Tiger. And this looks like a toucan, if anything did, right? And then I want to come down that way. All right, and then the red. Then the red. Doggies are doing well. You guys, Tango's off of his prednisone and it was like a hysterectomy. Oh my God. I'm obviously not the nurse here. It was a antihistamine and prednisone mixed. And I almost had to get rid of the dish of dog food that I let him free feed because he was helping himself. I think he put on a couple pounds, which is fine. Hello, Lisa. Oh, the grandkids are staying with you tonight? That's cute. Oh, what do they call you? Do they call you Grandma, Grammy, Nana, Lisa? What do they call you? We are working on our super silly birds. Okay, and then, so then I need to start with the red. It's a good thing I'm not doing any more colors. Hello, Bunny Foo Foo. Hello, it's very nice to see you. I don't think I've chatted with you before. Are you someone, did you get tagged by one of your friends, or are you just brand new here? I'm so glad to have you. Okay, so we go red and then yellow. So we're doing different combinations to see which we might like better. And then let me kind of outline. And then now the timid tiger. And okay. Now, what you can do to, soften those lines is you can bring in the lemon lolly that's the lightest and just kind of go over where the colors meet, and then that might make them blend even a little bit more. I don't hate them. They look pretty funny. They're cute. Oh gosh, this one doesn't have its tail done. What? Sorry, guy. Okay. That's pretty good. So now we just need to cut those out and then assemble our card. I have no idea what embellishments. I guess some gold embellishments, right? Sounds about perfect. You're brand new. You two did something right. Oh, we're so glad to have you here. Right? Okay, I have to say, like, the whole search engine thing, it's overkill. Like, you'll just barely glance at one thing and then it'll be like, oh, you like cats? How about 100 cat videos? Or, and I was like, well, I didn't really want to watch 100. But it can't, like, it's like, that saying that I often refer to, which is desperation is the world's worst cologne. That's what it feels like. It's like, okay, I wanted to see a few cat videos, but 100, now I don't want to see any. And so that's what I always think of. I'm like, you've got a ways to go with AI if that's how it's going to work. All right, so I'm definitely going to bring a little bit of Post-it tape in here to hold this down because we have just created some masterpieces. I don't want the dies to move. And, oh, thank you, Sherry. I didn't do the beaks. Lord help me. I'm so glad you guys are here. But they're so cute, aren't they? Check those out. Okay, let's see about our other ones that are solid colors. And of course, I'll make, I'll use them for 2 cards instead of 1, but we're just going to make 1 tonight with the birds and then move on to the doggies. All right. And here we go. I love YouTube. I got rid of my satellite TV 6 or 7 months ago, and I really don't care. That looks super cute too. Look how clean and nice the die works. I like that a lot. And it's not difficult to position. Now I want to point out that you've got dies. You've got, oh, let me pull back a little bit. Sorry. I'm still in coloring mode. So we've got dies for the, we've got open dies, right? For the 3 lines of animals. And then we have a whole bunch of birds, cats, and dogs that cut out just on their own. And so they're really cute. And oh, and there's butterflies too. Very cute butterflies. Flowers, and then the paw, the strip of paw. Whoops. I still have this. I haven't used it, but it's really pretty. I think this is on that earthen toned metallic paper. Isn't that cool? So pretty. And it could definitely go across the bottom of a card, or it could be for a scrapbooking page. It's got options. You can trim it down. And then, of course, this one with the diagonal line, too. So you've got quite a bit going on in this die set, as well as the stamp set. Look at this. We've got to put this on the inside of our card, don't you think? Lori says the multicolor birds are too cute. Okay, you can have that card, Lori. All right. And she says, Bunny Fufu says she's all about collecting all the art supplies she can. Bam. Okay, well, it worked right this time, didn't it? Because I sell all the things we're using tonight, Bunny Fufu. Okay, so anyway, have the best day. So glad we're friends. Just a little hello. Happy birthday. And of course, you could use it as a remembrance card for someone's sweet pet who maybe is no longer with them. And so I think it's super important to have cards or have stamp sets that are useful for that too, right? Because it's just rough. They won't live as long as we do. And anyway, so yeah, my 14-year-old dogs are doing fine. We're all doing well. You know, I often say we're all just sitting up in here getting crazy. And that's the way we like it. Okay. So I had Michael, the dog walker, come and help them today. I decided to go into the office. And so I let them have Michael today. And Michael also mows my lawn. And Michael probably will paint my house. Michael is like, if you have a job, he will do it. And his wife is like a contract. Well, she does other work. I shouldn't mention what she does. It's nothing crazy, but you know, his wife will walk the dogs too. So, which gold pigment ink pad do I recommend? Ooh, well, that sounds really good, but Stampin' Up! Does not currently have a gold pigment ink pad. We have a lot, but we don't have anything like that right now. But we have had like metallic ink pads before, but not in the current lineup. But did I hear about the Winnie the Pooh set? Yes, I did. Oh my gosh. I saw it. I saw it, girl. And I was like, how can we sell that? And Madison, you know, told us that the copyright for the vintage Winnie the Pooh only was active through last year, but it's only certain images, right? And I was like, how do you know that? And she acted like I should have known that. She was like, I just read it. Oh God. All right. See, that's why everybody needs a Madison, because she knows these things. Because of course I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to get in trouble for selling Winnie the Pooh. And she said, no. And it's gorgeous. And of course the Eeyore, you gotta have a heart for Eeyore, right? Because he's just who he is. And of all the little people, the rest of everybody else just loves him for who they are. Ooh, I'm liking this. Do we want that down there, or do we want it up here? And then you see like all of the uneven endings. And do you want me to use the solid? Okay, now I need some comments here. And so there's the solid, okay? And there's how it looks. And then here's the wild, okay? And here's how that one looks. So you need to tell me how you want the square positioned and which birds, okay? And go. And the first 5 then we will, you know, we'll check it out. So, yes. Oh, you just started stamping? Oh, that's so fun. Well, Bunny Foo Foo, you hang around here because I give you free stamping classes 2 days a week, Thursdays and Sundays. And you can like and follow me on Facebook or YouTube so you don't lose track of me. Okay. And I have a website, thestampingzoo.com, and that's where you can find all my events and other fun stuff. Okay, so here we go. Wild yet fun and up. Then we've got up, solid and down. Okay. Oh, there we go. Bunny Foo Foo, Lisa Tabor she just commented for you. She likes the Delicata Metallic Inks by Cicinco. Or I think that's the name. But we used to carry them. Yes. Okay. So we've got solid and down, up, up, middle, Sherry, the diplomat, bottom, and multicolored. God, what was I doing to myself? Solid in the middle. Oh, I got solid in the middle and multi in the middle. I've got bottom and multicolored. I've got, my lord, do I have a coin? Do I have a coin in here? I wonder. I gave you guys too many choices. Oh, brother. Okay. I can't even, like, I have nothing random to draw out of all these items sitting here. Okay, let me see the next one. See, that's why we need top multicolored. Yeah, wild and top. Well, I've heard of you. Yes, I'm the Stamping Zoo. Here I am. Up times 3. Oh, Sue. I love it. Okay, I think let's do up and let's do, let me see. I'm seeing solid, multi, wild. Okay, I'm going to go with the multi. Just slightly, just slightly. But don't worry, I'll make another one with this one, okay? And so these will be 2 of the cards that'll be going out. So if you're tagging a friend in the comments, right? This is how we're doing it tonight. You're not just sharing the video. You're putting your friend's name in the comments of this video, and then that tags them if they're on Facebook or YouTube, and then they come and look at it, and then you and your friend are going to get a card. Now, don't forget, if you don't shop with me every month, or if you haven't, attended my events, then you need to private message me your mailing address, okay? And you can be in Canada. That's fine with me. Okay, so let me grab, I feel like I want that popped up too, because like, why not? We can. And so let's grab our little dimensionals here. Ooh, 3 regulars fit, just fit. Perfect. Okay. Perfect, Jenny. Oh, you're going to give me both of the addresses. I like that. That's cool. Okay. Now I'm going to leave a little open spot up there on the top. And then I guess since every other layer is popped up, we better put this one down, or this card's going to be like an inch thick. And did I say, well, we'll do this is kind of middle. Yeah. Okay. So we'll split the diff. We'll do middle. Uh-oh, that's not straight. There. That looks straight. Ooh, so cute. And then we do need a sentiment. So we can do the sentiment underneath then. And you never made a card? Oh my gosh, you need to make a card. A Bunny Foo Foo, is that true? You've never made a card? You are going to need to private message me, and I'll send you a little kit that you can make a card. It won't have any stamped images because I can't send stamped images, but I will send you some pre-printed pieces that we have in ephemera packs, and you can make your own card. Okay, so Bunny Foo Foo, you need to private message me your mailing address, and if you're not on Facebook, just do that at the Stamping Zoo at outlook.com. Okay, we need to get you a, you know, we can't have that. We can't have you never making a card. Almost makes me cry. Okay, and now I'm going to grab Pool Party, and we will just make a tiny little border banner die cut, okay? And yes, normally I'd have these pre-cut for us, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. And sometimes this is like the most fun, is just making it up as we go along. Okay, so I want to grab those stylish shapes again, and let's see. I'm thinking this, and I'm thinking right. Okay, look how smart I am. I should say that at work. Look how smart I am. Look at my entry. Be like, wow. Think much of yourself? No, they just laugh. They know me now. They just laugh. Nobody else was in the office today, except for the boss's boss. And so I was like singing Taylor Swift, practicing my whistling, which is horrible, but I like it. And, you know, having snacks, working. I'm working all through this, right? I got a lot of work to crank out. And when I left, I had left quite a pile of work to be reviewed. I was quite impressed with myself. And so, yeah, it was kind of fun. I was just kind of in there doing my own thing. Okay, I'm using Azure Afternoon, which is this color over here, okay? I know, Kathy, the Stylish Shapes dies. I'm sure that they carried over, and so I need to buy another set because Madison and Alicia, when they come over to die cut for me, I'm sure that's what we use the majority of the time. And I need to get them each their own set. So glad we're friends. Look how fine and simple that sentiment is, but I love it. Oh, that's so cute. So this is going out to one of you. And who was it, Lori, that said she liked it? I can't remember. What? You think you forced your embossing machine because one of your cutting plates is now at a 90-degree angle? Step away from the cutting plates, Bunny, because I'm afraid they might bust. You want some pressure, but not forcing it. Okay? All right, and so adorable. So glad we're friends. And I know it's going to sound corny, or, you know, Kim Kyer says that she loves it when I get Mr. Rogers on you guys, but I am so glad that we're friends. I am. It's what got me, it's what gets me through the week so much, is coming on here on Thursday nights especially. I like Sundays. Sundays get me ready for the week, but Thursday nights, ooh, you know, I've been working and I'm like, I need some help. And then I always know I can come see you guys on Thursday nights. Oh, so glad we're friends. Okay, let me see what I've got here. Of course, we've got these white, but I'm not liking that. I think we need those iridescent or those gold foil dots. Hold, please. You know I've got it all. So hold your horses here and let me look. And if you, Corinne's really good at this too, but if you have another embellishment idea, pop it in. You just pop it on in to the comments section, and might be the perfect ones. These are the ones I was thinking of, the iridescent foil gems, and they have gold flecks in them. Because it's such a multicolored, I just want to stick with the metallic, I think. Okay, and so these are 162842 if any of you need them. And let's take a look see here. Oh yeah. Yep. Let me get the take your pick tool out. Gotta have it. Gotta have 5. Okay. All right, maybe you don't need 5, but I've got 5. Oh, you have 2 new plates coming. Yes, it does all work out with art. So much of it is trial and error and tactile testing things, right? You just try it out. That's what we say around here. It's just stamps, inks, and paper. You just try it out. And if it doesn't work, guess what? You made something you weren't expecting, or you learned something that you can use for your next card. Okay, and then how about just right here? And there we go. Oh, it's so great. And so don't forget, when you cut this layer of foil back behind, it's gold foil, then die cut your square out so you don't have to use any more extra foil for the layer on the top. Okay, that's a winner. I like the birds. And as I said, I will probably make a very similar card, if not, the same type of card, and just put these solid ones up. So they won't go to waste. All right, your friend needs a drink. Whoa, she's all tired out. You do have to toot your own horn. That's right. That's right. That's what Fred Rogers would say, and so that's what I'm going to say. We need a Fred Rogers right now. Well, always. We need a Fred Rogers. I don't mean like just right this minute. Okay, dogs. I mean, I've got to. Tango and Cash. I can see him in there. Oh my gosh. I was scrolling through Facebook, and I saw I follow Sesame Street proudly, and there was a picture of Elmo and a picture of a dog they called Tango. It was a Muppet, and it looked just like my Tango. Well, it was brown and white, and its mouth was open, and his mouth is always open. He looks like he's smiling, and I was like, oh my gosh, it couldn't be any cuter. There's a Tango Muppet. Oh, and Tango acts crazy like a Muppet. Your kids always love stuff that you make that you hate. Oh, see? It's just like, yeah, you just have to everybody likes different things. So that's good. I like that you're just open to creating. That's part of it. Just like part of it is sending these things to people. Part of it is just you having fun and experimenting and, being safe and sane with fire. And anything that catches on fire or anything that you plug in that gets to a high temperature, like your heat tool, please be careful. I was working the other day. As I said, I was using the StazOn, which I'm not going to lie, I kind of like the smell of it. Okay. But I was not huffing it. I was just using it. And I'll be darned if it didn't make me nauseous. And so please remember, open the window if you are sensitive to those types of things. And so anyway, yeah, there, I learned my lesson. Okay, what I want to use for one thing about the birds before I get too far off is if you wanted a more subtle paper but with a similar feel, this is from the Boardwalk Fun, and isn't that beautiful? And yeah, I mean, I think it'll work great. Just cut a slice right along this way, and you could put it down here in the yellow, or you could turn it so the yellow's at the top and then it's down here, and that's probably how I'll make the next card. So keep this paper in mind. It's so pretty. Obviously, it's themed on one side for the boardwalk, but the other side has some beautiful, beautiful sunrise and sunset type color blends. So that's a really good paper to have. All right, as well as having the placement tool. Guys, this is coming live to all customers and demos after its big debut a couple of months ago. So it's coming live in May, or I believe you can probably add it to a starter kit, which if you want to join my team, you know, and get the great starter kit, which is $125 a product for only $99 plus tax, free shipping and all sorts of fun stuff, and then a discount of at least 20% for at least 6 months. So if all that sounds good to you, plus I haven't even mentioned all the fun stuff that we do on my team, then jump on over to the Stamping Zoo, hit the Join the Zoo Crew tab, and you can shop like about 6 weeks early from the new catalog, the new mini catalog. It will go live, as I said, in May to customers, but it will go live next Tuesday to demonstrators. Okay, so just a few more days, and you can be shopping from that. And being a lovely customer is fantastic. And being a demonstrator though and getting that discount, oh, it's so fun. This is called the Stampin' Placement tool. And so let's take the dogs out. Oh, I have them on the smaller plate. So the Stampin' Placement tool comes with the this plate that covers the whole thing, and this little plate, whoops, that goes this way. And they're on these little silicone legs. Okay, so you have like a smooth stamping experience, and I think it's great for, well, definitely great for beginning stampers, but it's great for me too. And so anyway, you get a precision placement. So if you need to restamp something, since this part's not going to move, you know exactly where it's supposed to be. Now I like to bring this into my glass mat, lay it down like that, and then just press down and pick up. Oh, I got an extra bouncy bounce, didn't I? And then we're just bringing this in, okay? And then we're going to put our paper in there, but first I want to show you what I'm starting with. So I wanted to bring in the Endless Love, a few things from that, because, you know, I have endless love for my dogs. And so I decided we were going to use Brights, shocker. And so I have a Melon Mambo card base. And then I have used the Forever Love, I think is what it's called. Just type in love. And this is the embossing folder, which is Gorge. So I kept that at 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, then the insert, I did 3 3/4 by 5 in white. And then I did the heart, which is from the Endless Love dies that I have around here somewhere. And if you were in Zoobilee with me in February or January, whenever it was, we used these dies. They're beautiful, you know, Valentine's/love. And so, yeah, we're getting these out. And I thought that we would, this paper is from the same suite. Okay, so if you have some of that Valentine's paper, it's not just for Valentine's. So I'm going to adhere these two together. This is going to be in the middle of this card, and then I'm going to bring those dogs across. Okay, so and like enough said, it's already going to have so much love built into it that it's going to be really fun. What are the dimensions of the paper that can be used? Do you mean for what? For this thing? You could really use any dimension because the sides are open. So as long as you can fit where you're going to stamp on this platform, you can use anything because again, it doesn't have a ledge. It's just flat. So you can bring a 12 by 12 paper in here and let's see here. Let me see. Let me grab a full sheet. So you can take a 12 by 12 paper and you can put it up on this platform, okay? And then see, this is a guide. These little dots are guide. And then you can bring this in and stamp on that. And then, of course, you know, it only gets smaller. So I do like that this platform is just open like that. And so anyway, That's very helpful. And we are going to stamp on some white and color these cute little things because they're so fun. Funny foo-foo. If you want to private message me, you can ask me all sorts of questions about these products if you would like. No pressure, but sometimes people have, yeah, we sell it. We're going to sell it this coming week and going forward. So you can buy it as early as Tuesday. And I was going to say, why don't we have a quick conversation about that? Really anytime, you know, this weekend or whatever, but you private message me, okay? And or send me an email. Or you know what? You can even text me. Here it is. Are you ready? 208-830-6328. And for that matter, any of you can text me. You know that. I say it often. If you have special questions or if you're trying to place an order and you're unfamiliar with something, I am here to give guidance and information, not to pressure anybody to buy something that they don't want or need. Okay? So just give me a call if you have questions. And yeah, I'll help a sister out or a brother. You know, I have one man stamper, Rick, and he is great. And so if there's a man lurking out there and you want to stamp with us, come on. Come on, Ben. Okay, I shouldn't waste the paper by putting it right in the middle, should I? But see, I can move this underneath and nothing has touched the paper yet. It's still totally clear of the ink. Okay, and then I'm going to bring this in and put it down there. Then just stamp this little guy. Okay, now if I didn't like that image, Judy, my goodness, I was getting worried about you. I was going to call the cops. Okay, this image, it looks great, but if it didn't look great, because it's sitting right there, we could bring this right back in, ink it, okay, and stamp the image again. Okay, well, of course I moved it, so that didn't help. But we can stamp it just again, just perfect, okay? Yes. Oh, thank you, Lisa. She's giving you some more information. Oh, I should ask you, Benny, are you in the U.S. or are you in Canada or somewhere else? Okay, let me do this because I moved the paper, but the idea is that you don't move the paper and then you'll be fine. Or you turn the paper over, okay, right? Like we've been talking about tonight. Like if it doesn't work, just turn it over and start again. And I even have this little pressure tool. This does not, we don't sell this and you don't need it. I just need it sometimes for my hands. Oh, it's so cute. I mean, come on, look at them. They all have so many different personalities. So with this positioning tool, you can stamp and move this down and stamp a whole row very easily, completely precision based. And so then you can have a background with a whole little row of cats or dogs or birds, whatever you like, or anything, right? Because, I mean, we only have hundreds of different kinds of stamps. Okay, more coloring. I'm going to bring in some of the neutrals. Now, some of these are out of stock right now. The blends kind of got hit hard with Chinese New Year, didn't they? Oh, good. Okay, you're in the U.S. All right, which it wouldn't matter. I would still help you, but I can only sell product or kind of talk with people and sell things and send product to people in the United States. That's why I was asking. Not that you were asking for anything, but I just wanted you to know that. Okay, so I had this little color chart that I just made when I got the blends, right? And so let's kind of stick with that. Plus, let's bring in the black. And you know I wouldn't normally use the black, but my little cache is black. And of course, it's very dark. And that sounds silly because it's black. But let me see. Where did I stash that? Here. And here. What about this one? Here's dark black. So since I have this one colored up here, I'm going to just do, this is going to be like my test. I saw one online today that was, yeah, that was colored like Dalmatian kind of. And you're not a demonstrator. We can fix that. It's very easy. It's just placing an order. And so then you could get whatever you wanted. Yeah. And have a nice discount after that. That's the way to go. Plus, do you know that people on my team get all of my online content for free? So that means every time I put a class out, you get online access for free, which normally costs, you know, $15 to $25. I put a class together every month for my team. We meet online or in person to talk about all sorts of Stampin' Up stuff. Look at that. I made a Dalmatian. Look at me go. And then since that's on Melon Mambo paper, I'm going to, let's see, I think the die cut cuts that flower. So I'm going to bring in Melon Mambo Light. It's very simplistic, right? Simplistic flowers. Whoops, not the bullet point though. And okay, if you have this set, have you colored the cats and dogs yet? Or are you just, you know, getting warmed up, thinking about it? And I'm gonna, oh darn it. Well, too late now. I could have used Bubble Bath, but we'll just do Melon Mambo. Okay, super cute. And I'm gonna stick with the brights, and so I'm gonna use Granny Apple Green to color that tiny leaf. Now my Granny Apple Greens are dying a little bit, and I can't order them right now. Dang it. You know, it's probably the most used color here at the zoo. And again, this is something that you need to just dot on the ink, okay? Don't scribble on the ink. It'll be too much. So give it some dots. Okay. And then let's do, you know, a brown dog. And so I kind of like 500 medium. And is that it? Oh, yes. Sweet bananas. Oh, I see where we can use bubble bath, though. We can give this dog a bubble bath bandana. So cute. So they all have something, right? They either have a collar with a tag or bandanas. Just adorable. So I like this little guy's kind of elongated snout, and he has like a mustache and a beard. He's very fun. Kind of coming in light first. I don't want to, and then kind of filling in those spots because this is a little image, but I still find that you have good control with the blends if you just use that little technique I was telling you to kind of just connect the dots, because of course it's blending into itself as I'm doing that. So, okay. There we go. Hey, I started watching a new show last night, shocker. And I say that because, you know, I'm always watching different shows. I think it's called Imperfect Friendship or something like that. And it has Kerry Washington. She's kind of the main person, at least in the first couple of episodes. But Elizabeth Moss from The Handmaid's Tale. And then a third person, a third girl that I wasn't familiar with. But anyway, they are friends. And then very soon into the show, so I'm not giving anything really away. Very soon into the show, one of the friends dies. Dun, dun, dun. But a side note, Kerry Washington was wearing this outfit that I did not know whether to love it or laugh at it. It had a huge, I mean, like about this big. It was a very cute sweater, and don't get me wrong, like, look what I'm wearing, okay? But it had a pansy that looked like we had made it out of paper. huge pansy, and it was just perched on her chest here. Well, really on her whole front. It was a huge head of a pansy, and then had a stem coming down. Guys, I didn't know. Like, I was like, is this? It must be the new fashion because it's on Netflix. But let's just say I'm not going to be running out to get one because I could just make it here. In fact, maybe I should start. You know, I mean, she's Kerry Washington, and I'm just a Dumbo sitting here coloring. So what do I know? Okay, I don't really want to use that one. It's kind of yellowish. I don't think it's going to go well with our bright colors. Oh, what about a gray? Let's have a gray dog. Okay, let's do like a gray granite. Yeah, let's see. Well, let's do smoky slate. There's a little bit of blue in it. I think it'll look kind of good with these colors. So anyway, if you've watched that show, or if you want a new show to watch, there you go. It looks like it's going to be pieced out. It's coming out piecemeal. There were 2 episodes, and then that was it. So I don't know, but I gotta say I was intrigued by the fashion. And Elizabeth, whatever her name is, the girl I just told you, Handmaid's Tale, she's kind of a dowdy looking mom. Again, like, not that moms are dowdy. I mean, they've made her look like a homeschooling kind of a prairie dress situation. And so anyway, I'm not quite sure what her game is because, as I said, we mostly watched the Kerry Washington character. Now I'm bringing the color lifter in here just to soften this gray because I didn't want this dog to be solid. Okay, and especially when you color on the glass mat, which you can also purchase in my store, the inks, the alcohol inks, stay wet a little bit longer, and so you kind of get more movement. Okay, so that's very handy. Now let me put those over there. I'm going to have every single blend I own out, and I love it. Okay, then let's see. We have brown, gray, black. We better do another brown, but let's either do, like when I use I want it to look distinctly different. So I don't want to do the 400 or the 600. I want to do like 300 or the 900. That doesn't look very dog-like, does it? How about pecan pie? Oh, goodness. Where's pecan pie light? Oh, there it is. What's going on back there? What's going on? Okay, let me give it a try. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna look different enough. Don't you? Maybe not. How about, I can't have it, oh, how about crumb cake? Yeah, crumb cake will look different. Crumb cake definitely looks different. Does it look doggish? I guess so. Almost looked khaki there. Oh, I'm with you. Yes, I love collecting as well. And then looking at them. Okay. Collecting the stamps, collecting the markers, looking at the markers. We have so many new tools coming out in the new catalog too. It's very fun. It's going to be very fun. Okay, now this one. See, now I need to, oh shoot, I almost colored his bandana. I need to, oh God, I colored his tongue. That's no good. I didn't even realize his tongue was sticking out. Come on. Okay, so I'm going to bring that color lifter in. And I always think it's kind of a misnomer. It really moves the color. But I'm going to push it up towards his head. Okay, see what I'm doing there? And then I'm going to kind of move the color off of his tongue. And then I will color it a tongue color. Whatever that is. TBD. But then I can come back in here and maybe color his head. Ooh, we should have left a spot. It's too late. I colored it by his eye. There, maybe he can have a little spot by his mouth and his eye, like he's graying, you know, like he's getting a little gray in the muzzle. Okay, you guys, you could spend hours coloring these dogs. I'm telling you right now. Okay, I am going to use Mambo on this one's bandana. And, ooh, yes, that is pretty. And this one's going to have Mambo. And the other one's going to have Bubble Bath. Just a little. And then, what's tongue color? Melon Mambo? Strawberry Slush? Flirty Flamingo? No. How about this? How about 900? Maybe. It's probably a little unhealthy, but, you know, unhealthy tongue color for people. But we'll just put that in there because nobody else is even going to see it. But we will know. And also, somebody drew this perfectly, right? So there are our cast of characters. Okay, then this has to go back in there so that I can easily figure that out. And I just need to bring in the right grouping of animals. Is this it? Yep, that's it. Okay, again, I definitely would recommend using some lightweight or low-tack Post-it tape because we've just colored these guys and they're so cute. Because of the size of my paper, I'm going to put it on the standard Stampin' Cut and Emboss. You don't need to, the die itself will fit in the mini, but I have it on this quarter sheet of paper. So, running it through. It also gives you a little bit of drama. Oh my gosh. I love them so much. Okay. Love. Yeah, that's true. Some dogs do. Like I was thinking about a Chow. Has a black tongue, right? So, okay. And so this is what I'm thinking. Oh my gosh. Look at that. I love it. And then we need to choose a sentiment, which you don't always have to have a sentiment on the front of your card, right? That's not a must, but these are certainly perfect for that. Have the best day. So glad we're friends. What did I use? So glad we're friends. Have the best day. We can move it up and do that. Because that's another kind of straight image. Ooh, yeah, I think so. It fits so well in there. And I'm going to do that on Bubble Bath as well. I don't want to bring anything else in to this color scheme. And I want to kind of reinforce what we have there. And we may, I think I'm just going to straight cut it. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to measure it on my glass mat over here. And it is just about a ½ inch. So then I'm going to take a paper trimmer. I'm going to cut down this scrap, which looks about 3/4 of an inch, of course. And I'm going to make it, first of all, I'm going to turn it over to the clean side. And it looks like I hand cut it. So I'm going to bring the straight end in and cut it at a ½ inch. Okay, now that's what? Is that the right color? You know, Fresh Freesia looks a lot like Bubble Bath. Okay, we're good. And so just want to double check that. And yes, somebody was talking about the coordination. So these products are coordinated. So you might have a Bubble Bath and cardstock, and then you'll have it also in Designer Series paper, and then you'll have it in markers, etc. and embellishments. So, and ribbons. I mean, we have it. That's kind of like the brilliance of Stampin' Up! And it's one of the things that makes this really easy to just get started, because you're not looking around searching, is this going to be the right pink, or I need something that goes with this that isn't quite that red. You'll just know exactly what you're working with. And I have a free tool on my website that I'm going to show you in just a minute. So I'm gluing that down because it's 3D embossed. No, it's not a left-handed trimmer. It's just I'm left-handed. And so I just turn it upside down and then it becomes a left-handed trimmer. Otherwise it's right-handed. Yes, if you're not left-handed and you're watching me, then it looks a little goofy, but it works for all of us. Okay, Bunny and anybody who wants to get more familiar with the colors and maybe have some ideas of combinations, just know that, again, when you go out to the stampingzoo.com, over on the right-hand side, if you're on a full screen, you know, a Mac or something that's not mobile, you can get this color combination chart. And it's for free. Just download it. And I actually printed it on our basic white cardstock because I use it a lot. But you can just keep it electronic if you want. But so it shows every color and then 3 different color combinations. And it really helps you to get started if you're kind of stuck. Sometimes you can just grab this. Of course, you see I keep it very close. And I don't have a lot of room, which means it's valuable to me. I use it a lot to just kind of double check myself if I've got an idea in mind or something like that. Okay, and so then this is Melon Mambo, right? And we're coming in on the bubble bath paper. And I'm going to, since this is a scrap, I'm just going to stamp where it's comfortable for me to stamp. And then I have plenty of room on the left and the right. And then I'll know that I can trim it, you know. Oh, okay, you were kidding. Yes. It's an ambidextrous trimmer. Absolutely. It works for everyone. It's an all-inclusive trimmer. All right, and so you saw that I glued that down, and isn't that beautiful? It's like a arc of hearts with a heart in the middle, and then they all just kind of come together like that. Okay, I do think, again, guess what? Dimensionals for the dogs. Since there are these little pinholes in this paper, I am going to use the liquid glue, but of course, if you want to use seal tape runner, you can. Okay, and then if you just hold these together, they're going to line up perfectly. And I'm putting this on the same color, looks more finished, but I am putting it up there as an extra layer because I want to put this on dimensionals. And so I wanted it to be a little heavier than just the designer series paper. And so with that, then of course I'm going to bring these in, and oh, I'm coming to the end of a sheet. How is that possible? Yeah, it's very possible. And so these are not pre-printed around the outside, but they're still dimensionals. So you just pull those off and use them too. Okay. And then this guy, and you could put it over on the, oh God, I'm not going to give you a choice, but you could put it on the left, you could put it on the right. We're going to put it in the center. Okay. Just simple, straightforward. This is such a big, beautiful heart image. And then look at that, all the little hearts around it. You can tell this is all about the love. And, oh, I'm sure I have another sheet of dimensionals in here. Oh, maybe not. You know what I do have? Oh, well, I do have that, but then I also remembered I have the strips in there, and that actually is quicker. Now, these foam adhesive strips are twice as high as the octagonal shaped dimensionals. Just keep that in mind if you're mixing and matching on a single layer. These strips are what you really should have if you're going to make a conventional shaker element on a card. But also they're super quick. If you're doing something like this, you just want a straight line. Okay, just it's going to be taller than putting it up on dimensionals. But we don't care about that because this just really makes the dogs pop out. Hello, Carla. You'll have to watch the replay. You're at a Mexican fiesta. That sounds fun. Chips and salsa and all that business. Come on. It's kind of cruel of you to mention that right now, actually. Oh my gosh, they're so cute, right? See, and then they pop up, and then when you look at the top of your heart, it's the same color. It just looks nice and finished. And then finally, we're going to bring this in. Have the best day. And I am just going to kind of mirror the shape of the heart this time. Okay, and let's see. Will that work? Is that about even-ish? I think it's even-ish. I think it is. The Madison? I have not heard of that, Corinne. Or if I have, I've forgotten. What is it? Or what's it on? Or give me the deets. I need to know. Okay. Cutie, cutie. And then let's clear the decks. Clear the decks. Okay, a little bit. Oh my gosh. Crazy. It's crazy town in here. That's okay. We like crazy town. Okay. And I mean, if I had some black dots, that would be really fun. But I don't know that I do. We could use pearls. Okay. Oh, that would be pretty too. I'm sure I've still got, what came with the Endless Love dots? Was it hearts? I don't remember. I'm not quite sure. We have rainbow dots, which has, oh, we might use those. It has some bubble bath dots. These shiny white dots. It's hard to choose. These faceted white dots. Dang it. It's tough. It's very tough. I can't. Okay, no more. Don't even look at any more, Arden. That's too much. There's too many beautiful choices. Okay. Oh, yes. Those are kind of iridescent, though. They're less bright white than I thought. The pearls might be really pretty. I get my pearls, pieces and parts. Let's use the pearls, guys. And see, you can color the pearls with your blends, as I was doing. There are some. So you can color a lot of these harder elements with your blends, okay? And so then you have even more options to make your elements match exactly. And where have I thrown the other take your pick tool? Like I said, you only need 5. You only need 5. And I have 5, but okay. Let me use this one with some putty. So putty end, you pull it. It's like Play-Doh, okay? And then when it starts coming out, then you loosen that, mash it, and it's good to go. It's ready to go. Oh my gosh. Should I be kind of symmetrical here? Oops. Get down there now. Oh my gosh. This is going to have to go to someone that I know is a dog lover. Like, sorry, Mom, but you're not getting this. It's not that she doesn't like dogs. Just ask her. But what she always tells me is, I don't like it when they touch me with their nose. Would I go, so you don't like dogs then? She's like, no, I didn't say I don't like dogs. It's fun to torture her about that. Oh, yes. That one got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dots. Woo! And celebrate good times. Come on. Now, don't forget, we have those cute little beaties. Now, I cut a white, and then I bet I used the white that was the insert. Yeah, probably. I have a lot more, but here's another one. And so let's bring the dog feet in and stamp the inside really quickly. I know you guys are waiting to go watch these shows we've been talking about, aren't you? But let's just use, again, we've got the pecan pie marker, and then we've got the pecan pie ink. Michelle. Oh, are you tagging someone, Trish? Yeah, don't forget, everybody, if you're coming in late or if you missed what we were talking about earlier, you can tag somebody in the comments, and then you and the person you tag, I'm going to send you a card. As long as you need to private email me or private message me your address. And I'm not going to use your address for anything else unless you request a catalog or something. Okay, so don't think this is a ploy to get your address. I'll basically address your card, and then I'm not keeping it in a database or anything, okay? Like, look around. I'm not that organized. Hello, Jeanne. It's just a game we're playing because, as I said, I have a huge box of cards that are just sitting in there waiting to be somebody's happy mail. Okay? So I hope you've enjoyed working with this. This like lit my fire to work with this bundle now so much. I might get off on a tangent. And then we do have bird feet too, okay? Because that's Stampin' Up, right? They're full of detail. Where are they? God, they're so tiny. And I don't know where. Oh, here's my chamois. Kim, hello. We were talking about you. Oh, I was talking about you liking my Mr. Rogers. When I get on Mr. Rogers with you, I was getting Mr. Rogers earlier. I'm very glad to see you. And we've been working with the birds, and we've been talking about the birds and the dogs, not the birds and the bees. That is another show. I mean, from somebody else, not me. But, okay, what's it on, Corinne? What, is it on like Netflix? Blah, 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 whatever. I can't remember all of them. Apple is what I seem to watch all the time. But I'm not opposed to going somewhere else. Okay, why don't we use the Timid Tiger, because that would be kind of like feet, right? You love my cards. Deanne, you're such a doll. See, and I was telling them earlier, I did the cats. I represented the cats, but then I sent it to Jeanne because she was a cat lover. Yeah. Oh, God, they're so cute. Hilarious. I love it. Okay, I'm just going to do that much. Well, no, why not? Let's go crazy. I did it with the other ones, so I got to try and make a straight line here. They're kind of veering off. And you could definitely do that. Just like make them go in a curvy, you know what I mean? Like a curved circle, like bird feet do in the sand. But anyway, so there is our bird card, and here's our dog card. You guys, Cutest Crew is awfully cute, I've got to say. And it's in stock now, so, get it while it's hot. The stamps alone are $19, and here's their item number, 167146. If you want to buy the bundle, you get 10% off when you bundle the stamps and the dies together in a single purchase, and that is $45. And you can use all sorts of papers and all sorts of die cuts, as I've shown you here just tonight with these couple of cards. And of course, you can make 50 more different designs with these if you wanted to. Thank you so much, everyone. As I said, I will fill in the comments of this, or the description of this video, with my links later this weekend. But what I really wanted tonight is I wanted to make sure I just had time to come and stamp with you and have some fun. So I hope this has given you a couple of ideas for both the Cutest Crew and just for your cards in general. All right. Okay. So as I said earlier, if you need anything, you can always private message me, email me, or text me. Okay. And I gave my phone number earlier in the video, so go ahead and text me if you need to. And we will get your questions answered and anything else you have in mind. Okay. Until Sunday. All right. Everybody have a very nice weekend. Happy stamping. Please stay safe and make yourself some cards to put in the mail on Monday morning. Okay. All right, everybody. See you soon.